Well done, Britain, for voting to leave the EU. Yeah, very good decision that. Apparently it was over 1 million votes more in favour of leaving. And that is a relief. That is a relief. Because we have now regained our sovereignty. We have taken control of our own country. And I have no doubt that this is what Jesus would have done had he been here to vote. And why is this the case? I went over this in my previous EU video, about voting to leave. Because it is governed by 3 presidents. There are 3 presidents of the European Union, and I'm sure you knew all of that already. President of the EU Commission, President of the EU Council, and a President of the EU Parliament. Could you name those 3 men in the last video I did? I bet you couldn't name one of them, could you? And this is precisely why we needed to leave, and we've done that. Well done. Yeah, very well done. Yeah, we have taken back the country that our forefathers fought and died for, okay? But it was just on the TV earlier as I came in, and these people who had obviously voted to stay in, a woman presenting the news, I couldn't believe what she was saying. The divorce of the EU and the marriage papers have been torn up. And I was thinking, you're a chauvinist. What is this? You sound ridiculous, love. We're not married to any country, okay? This is in the Bible. Book of Revelation, yeah? Marriage to the state. I mean, this is Orwellian, yeah? As well as chauvinist. So, I mean, I don't know what this woman was saying, but that was hilarious. I couldn't believe it. The divorce from the EU. Oh no! Everyone's worried. Oh, what are we going to do? All these statistics about all the bad things that would happen if we left, and the prices that would go up, and all of this. But all of those statistics haven't accounted for the changes that would be made, okay, that the government would make to compensate for that, yeah? Price of fuel would most likely go up. That would make a huge difference. Other taxes, little changes that can be made, yeah, to resolve this for the next year or two until we get back on our feet properly, yeah. And they haven't accounted for that, have they? No one knows what's going to happen, yeah, because we have left. And it is ridiculous. There was not any point in going through that, in researching that in the first place. And I'm going to leave now. For those who voted to stay in and they're concerned about what's going to happen to them, their lifestyle, and their livelihood at work and so on, and you know, people on benefits, will there be austerity measures in place because we have left? Well, I'm going to leave now with some scripture. Because what would Jesus do? This is always the question we should ask when, even in politics, okay? And this is a route I'm going to go down, yeah? next few videos, because of all of this, and I've gotten a bit involved in it, Jesus politics. Yeah, check those videos out. They're coming up. They're coming up. The next few videos are going to be Jesus politics. But I'll leave you now, those who are concerned, with this scripture. It's in Luke. Luke chapter 12, verse 22. And he said to his disciples, I tell you, therefore, be not anxious for your soul what you shall eat, nor for the body what you shall put on. Is not the soul more than the food, and the body than the clothing? This is the Greek translation, by the way. Consider the ravens, for they neither sow nor reap, and they have no private room, no storehouse, and God feeds them. How much are you better than the birds? And which of you can add a cubit to his stature? And if you cannot do the least, why are you anxious for the rest? Consider the lilies, how they neither spin nor weave, but I tell you that Solomon in all his glory was not arrayed like one of them. And if God so clothes the grass in the field, which today is, and tomorrow is cast into the oven, will he not much more clothe you, men of little faith? And seek not what you shall eat, and what you shall drink, and be not of a doubtful mind. For all these things do the nations of the world seek, and your Father knows that you need them. Yeah? For all these things do the nations of the world seek, and your Father knows that you need them. But seek his kingdom, and these shall be added to you. Fear not, little flock, for your Father is well pleased to give you the kingdom. The words of God. Be not afraid, yeah, of what is to come. Yeah? Why are you anxious about what will happen tomorrow, when today is worry enough, okay? And I have no doubt in my mind that we'll be fine. We'll be fine. All we have done is cut our membership, yeah, from the EU. That's all that's taken place here. We haven't abandoned other European countries like a lot of these weirdos are saying. We have just left the European Union, okay, not the European countries. Alright, let's just make that absolutely clear. And there's nothing to worry about. I saw, I couldn't believe it, the expressions on the faces of some of these people who were clearly brainwashed by all the hype that's taken place lately to vote that we remain, because they look scared to death. I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it. They look scared to death. This is fear that is unnecessary. It's an unnecessary fear, this, and Jesus reassures us of that. God will still feed you and your family, yeah, and we don't need to rely on a European Commission to do that for us, yeah. The fatherland, the state feeding his children. This chauvinism is ridiculous. So well done, Britain, for voting to leave the EU. God is pleased. Yeah. We have voted also not just to regain our sovereignty and get our country back, but to prevent the New World Order, yeah, from spreading to the rest of the world, for this New World Order agenda from being fulfilled, yeah? If only for a short amount of time, we've prevented it, okay? A little bit longer. And that makes a very big difference. That is of utmost importance. Thank you. Hopefully you've seen the other video with Barroso calling the EU an empire, okay? A non-imperial empire. Oh yeah. I wonder how many empires throughout history have been saying that. Yeah. But you watch, when something, it might all be fun and games at the moment, when something big happens, yeah, people change and we'll be powerless against it, yeah, because they're a superpower. The EU is a superpower. Largest economy on earth as well, the EU, and we won't have much as big an involvement if we remained in than we would have right now, yeah, now that we have chosen to stay a sovereign country.